getting ready for happy hour. We're going to title this one Fall. It's finally fall because it is cool. It's cool this morning. It's going to be cool a little later. I do have the fan on because it is still kind of warm. But it's like 81. And it's going to be like 70 something and then maybe 60 something. So yes, one of the almost last happy hours by this organization. So, I just put sunscreen on, so I'm not about to pat it like I usually do. Even though the sun is starting going down faster and faster. So, I did wash my hands. I was like, okay, because I put lotion on too. I'm wearing that shirt. I've worn that shirt before. I'll just put this on the outside, kind of. I say this, we know how I am. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna. Because I was going to use 2 primers. I don't need to use 2 primers. I'm not going to use the other one. And the weird thing is, somebody like 10 minutes ago knocked on my door. Didn't see anybody. There's no package because I was like, maybe there's a package. Because my Ipsy, for some reason, instead of putting it in my mailbox, they have been putting it at my door. I think it's because they use a different delivery service now. But I'm like, okay. I'm like, nobody's there. There's no note or nothing. So I'm like, okay, what's the deal? So that's weird. Let me pull this out. Because I kind of had written down what I was going to wear today. Well, this makeup look has been like in the works, and I just keep been changing the foundation. And then finally, I'm like, let me just go ahead and do it. Since we're almost done with the happy hours, meaning I'll be going out less. Okay, let's. But yeah, so I worked most of the day, so that's why I didn't have time to finish planning and putting everything out. So getting a late start, I had to do my brows. And then after work, usually I would do them like during lunch or something, at the end of my lunch break. But I do them after work. And then I did eyeshadow. It's kind of the halo look, they say. Or that's what I was attempting. I don't know why I put that right there. That's the point of the tissue. They have these makeup mats on Amazon. I think like $6 or $8 that I need to buy. So it's, I can rely less on tissues for everything. Easy cleanup. You see my brows are kind of shiny right there. I'm almost out of my Qiciy. That's what I call it. I have another one. The thing is, 2 comes in a pack. I have another one, but I have eyebrow pencils. I'm like, I need to use my eyebrow pencils, so I might just go back to using my eyebrow pencils. It's just, it takes longer, because I can literally wash my face, tone my face, do my eyebrows, finish getting dressed, what have you, other stuff I need to do, sunscreen, then sunscreen, my face. Sometimes I put it, it's different order, and then go. And so it's like, I don't have to think about it, or I don't have to sit there and concentrate, drawing the things, whatever. So that's the thing I'm like, I've gotten used to. So yeah, but yeah, I was just busy working on the project most of the day, and it's like somebody had did something wrong previously, so I had to start over, which isn't a problem. I like doing the types of doc I did, so it's like, it's fine. It just requires me, I can listen to my podcast while I'm doing it, so. Which just means I can't do other things. It's like, get up from my desk as much. We're going with Mented, so. Usually don't try to mention sales because by the time these videos are up, it's over. I'm trying to remember what sale they have right now. Something on gift sets, I think. I'm trying to think any other videos. I just dropped a video, so yeah, I don't know when that sale is over. There'll be some more sales because Christmas is coming and people like to drop the holiday sets, so. I don't like this because it's easy. Just put it on. Does the job pretty easy and pretty fast. It's supposed to rain this weekend, like a lot, like Saturday morning. Basically, I think all day Saturday, and then it's supposed to rain Sunday morning for sure. So, in the repaving, they repaved my section of the apartment complex parking lot. I'm like, is that gonna seal by the time it starts raining? Because what if it starts raining tomorrow? They repaved it. They're doing the lines tomorrow. And I'm like, y'all did all that work. I'm like, is it going to be cured, I guess, so that all this rain that is about to come this weekend and into next week, if that won't be the most pointless thing ever. I'm gonna go like that over my eyebrows because I realize sometimes I look at the picture, I'm like, I go close to my eyebrows, but you see that line right there and it looks like I did concealer. I did not. It's because I'm not going close enough to my eyebrows. Okay, I'm like, what is this line right here? I don't know if y'all see that line. I'm like, okay. Here. So I did moisturize my hair just now, even though it's not that much there, but I moisturized. So I'm like, Yeah, I think it just happened when I did it. I was gonna try something, not put it in concealer there, as you see, that didn't last long. Because I was gonna say somebody knocked me because I was listening to a podcast on my phone, but I'm like, unless the phone was right here, the bathroom was right there, it wasn't that loud, so anybody would have heard it would have been over there. If it was in the bathroom, then maybe. Because when she's in the bathroom, she listens to whatever she listens to in her bathroom. It is so loud. I can hear it in here with my door closed. I can hear it in my dining room. You can hear it in the hall. So I'm sure you can hear it upstairs. So I'm like, okay, it was right here. So yeah, sometimes, and it didn't sound like a kid, because usually you can hear a kid running off. Yes, stuff going on I'm trying to think this month. Yes, it's just happy hour this weekend. What is that? Oh, that's canceled. Actually, that's for this weekend. There's supposed to be this thing, this kind of filmmaking community thing that was canceled to be rescheduled in 2026. And I'm just like, so they can make it better and what have you. And I'm just like, I could have just did it. It would have been fine. It would have been your first year. We wouldn't have cared that much. But okay, if that's the way y'all want to go. All right. But it seemed like it would have been nice. Yeah, because they started advertising so much in advance. I'm like, what caused y'all to need to delay it or want to delay it? It's just interesting. Okay. At least they didn't wait till the very last minute because the Arizona Jazz Festival, is it last weekend? Yeah, it was supposed to be last weekend, like last Friday through Sunday. And they canceled it, like, I'm going to say Thursday. Maybe I didn't see anything about canceling until Thursday, so maybe they canceled it before then, but they at least, everybody started seeing that they canceled it on Thursday. Again, it's supposed to start Friday. 3 days worth of, and it's like, what is going on? Because they rescheduled it from earlier this year, so it's like, what is going on? And I'm like, imagine if you're one of those acts, because I don't remember who the acts were, but they were some big deal people. I want to say maybe one of them was Babyface or somebody else, but I'm like, figured if y'all rescheduled already, those acts already were like, okay, this new time does work for me, so they rescheduled their schedule in order to come. And everybody wants to be in Arizona this time of the year because it's finally cool. So it would have been a perfect opportunity of people going and everything. So for y'all to just, cancel and that close. I swear they rescheduled from earlier this year, and I swear they've had something happen before where they've canceled it. It's like who's running this? Because people want to come to Arizona, especially Phoenix, Scottsdale. We call them snowbirds because this is the perfect time of the year where there's snow everywhere else in the country. Not in Arizona unless you go to Flagstaff, what have you. So they definitely, it would have made money for the city, for the state. So yeah, that made no sense. For that last minute, it's like, I like about this concealer, it goes good with this foundation. I've used it with some other foundations, but I'm using Juvia's Place, the coffee shop. That's what I have in my eyes. I was just thinking I didn't say what I used. The colors are very fall-esque. You just look at that. That kind of looks fall-esque. But if you don't have it, we'll have them. They're like that. So, fall colors. It's either that or Natasha Denano's Mini Bronze palette is very fall-esque as well. Alright, let's do some blending. Oh, Golden Corral. I haven't been in Golden Corral in forever. I'm trying to think last time I went to Golden Corral. I'm not really a big buffet person, unless it's like the Chinese buffet. Never really been a big Golden Corral person either. I want to say, I remember when I was in Denver, that's more than 10 years. Basically, don't ever take me to Golden Corral. I'm not, yeah. And Chinese buffet, yeah. Golden Corral now. And then even the Chinese buffet, I like to get there before everybody, the mama's there. Like during COVID, our Chinese buffet that's close to my house closed down. They closed. They didn't close down, they closed. And of course, because the Chinese buffet, there's a bunch of, racism, things like that. But, all the places were closed. But I was glad that they opened back up because I'm like, they're really nice people. Every time I go in there, like I said, there's really nice people. So I was like, I didn't want COVID to affect them. So when they opened back up, I was like, good. I'm trying to split these edges because I was like, okay, almost. But then I was like, nope, you can still see the edges of that one. I think most of my blending is like, I can't tell. And I blend, blending. Because I still need to get some music so I can, when I'm speeding up the blending, like under the eyes, that you're not listening to nothing. Because YouTube and copyright, they've been copyrighting my things lately. I'm like, I got this on an app, editing app, that says it is free, whatever they call it, what's that word? Free rights, free public domain, I think. That's why my nose looks crooked, where it is right there, so we're gonna blend this smaller. I need to wash my brushes. I haven't used them since last week, so It's like, I have plenty of brushes. I can use totally other brushes. So yeah, I have plenty of brushes, but I'm like, I'm supposed to do something Sunday. Hopefully that happens, because again, it's supposed to rain, but it's supposed to rain that morning. So we'll see. Because I was going to go, I want to say hiking. I was going to go for a walk on this trail where there's hiking around it, but there's a sidewalk trail. And so I was going to do that, like sometime this weekend. And then it's raining. I'm not going anywhere where flash floods could happen. So I will not be doing it. And there's a friend I want to go see, but I'm like, he's having a health issue, and I'm just like, nothing contagious. But, and this just happened recently. He just texted me, told me, I'm like, oh, crap, okay. But I know, I'm sure his friends and family, his actual family and friends will probably he's probably around them all weekend or something like that, you know, dealing with that. So I'm like, I will get in where I can fit in. Let's blend. Because I'm sure that's going to be overwhelming with, you know, all friends and family around. So I'm like, okay, I can wait. See, that looks better when you blend. I'm concentrating on the concealer right now because we see it. Because which video? I think the last video I posted, the blend that I did with concealer was awesome. It's like, there you go, Andrea. You did a great job blending. Because maybe my earlier videos, but the makeup artist friend that taught me how to do it, she's like, basically you want to have kind of like a circle. Well, it's kind of like this way, that kind of where you're highlighting, and then everything else is foundation or contour. I'm going to take the contour brush, and then especially right there, to meet some of that concealer. Okay, now I was going to bleach my hair. Maybe next week. You know what? I might maybe wait for Christmas. I don't know. We'll see. So I have to go in the office next week, and I'm like, it's supposed to rain maybe one of those days, and I'm like, it's gonna wear a wig, but I'm like, the whole wet wig thing, no. Dealing with that when I try to deal with that. Okay, let's try to clean up this nose. The edges are very harsh. Let's kind of make that smaller. I'm one of those people, I don't really care having that very thin line. I'm like, I have a wide nose. I now have a wide nose. Okay. See, that's better. And we're going to use Toasted Teddy by Rhode. It's definitely fall color. It's just like the terracotta. A brush. I've started watching Christmas movies, like, the thing is, late at night, because they start at 12. So I end up watching, like, an hour, and then going to bed, because I don't need to be up. And, of course, I don't remember what they're called. So I need to see the end. I know they all end the same, but still. I was watching one this morning, with Joey Lawrence. So I'm like, was this like 2018 or something? It probably was 2018. I have to look it up. I'll be able to look his up, because a lot of the actors, the Christmas movie Hallmark actors, I'm like, they use the same people. But sometimes they have other people, so I'm just like, okay. And some of them, I know them by their faces. I don't know what the actual names are, so that's why I'm like, hopefully they'll show them again so I can see the end of it. Our dogs lately have been going bananas. I know they always barking during this when I'm recording, but they've been doing it more often, like the other day. Toasted. Yeah, really, yeah, it's a good, I know, usually it's like, don't believe the hype, or don't give in to, don't be influenced, but no, I do like this. And the powder I'm using to set it is new. I bought it during the Sephora sale, and I had seen it in Sephora anyway, and it's a nice color. But then also some of the people I watch on YouTube also were saying it's good, and get it before it sold out in a different shade. But the thing is, I'm like, in Arizona, things don't sell like that, like they do in other cities. So usually that's not a worry. And like, I just ate. So I'm trying to make sure to eat lunch, because then I won't order food while I'm there. They're really nice people and everything. The food is expensive, like maybe $2 high. And so it's like, we've been going going every week for months almost now, and it's like, it's expensive. And they automatically add gratuity because it's a group of more than 6. So it's like, okay. And I guess last time the girls, some of the ladies didn't realize they were already adding the gratuity, so they were tipping on top of that. I'm like, no, they've been doing that. Y'all just haven't noticed. I'm like, I noticed. Mind you, it's not that I don't want to tip, but I'm like, you're automatically taking a tip. Like, if you just let us tip instead of automatically adding the tip, I think you would make even more from us. Because we're definitely trying to support, black business. That's why we're here every, week. Okay, I'm gonna tap again, because I know. Okay. So yeah, I didn't go crazy with the Sephora sale. I bought the Polish Choice, like I said I would. The cushiony thing. What did you see? I didn't use it today. It's good with the liquid foundation. And then, what else did I buy? I did that for pickup, and then of course you're in the store. And I walked in, when the lady, she knows me, she goes, I knew I'd see you doing this event. I'm like, yeah, because I haven't been in there in a while. So I'm trying to think of the last reason I've been in it was for the toasted teddy. So yeah, it's been a while. Usually I go in there to, pick up something specifically and get samples, something new, or to a shade swatch. What's the word? Swatch. Yeah, things that I've heard about. So and right now everything's like holiday sets. So it's like, okay. I'm like, I really don't need this. I'm not using Urban Decay GC as much, since they also changed the formula. So I'm like, I don't want the new formula. So I'm like, I'm not in there going to buy that. So that's always a holiday set. That's usually what I do. But because I'm no longer, I still have some, and they changed the formula. That whole controversy. So I'm just like, No. Something has to be going on either on the freeway. That seems closer. They're looking for somebody. That's definitely looking bronzed. But yeah, so the Joey Lawrence, I'll get back to this Sephora thing. The Joey Lawrence Christmas movie, I guess he's Catholic, and then the girl, the leading actress is Jewish. Wait, did I touch anything? No, I didn't. A cord. And it started out kind of rough, but then it started getting better than the hour, but it started out very rough, and I'm like, what? It just has that 2018 feel to it. That's why I say that's what it is. I'm gonna look it up and confirm for y'all if it was in 2018 in the name of it for y'all. Which I don't know how it ended. Of course, we know they end up, a fake girlfriend thing. Of course, we know in the end they're gonna end up together, realize how much they like each other and stuff like that. It never fails. Okay, for a sale. So what else did I get while I was in there? Oh, besides this, so I don't know if it focused at any point. This is the Glossier Cloud Paint Plush Blush. So I don't know if it's supposed to be considered a powder as well. Okay, what's in that? It's in the shade Storm, and that's the shade that everybody's been getting. But it's definitely, it's plushy, but it looks powdery, so that's why I'm like, to me it's a powder. But I'm like, I swatched it next to Toasted Teddy while I was in Sephora. I want to say last weekend. Then this, whenever this is Thursday, yeah. And I liked, they go together. They go together bad. So otherwise good, if y'all aren't hip to lingo. So this is what the case looks like. And it's white in the back. And then looks like this. So you think about Toasted Teddy, let me pull that out. So you see how they look alike, so that's why I'm like, okay. Let me do a swatch of my hand for you though. Okay. And I think it's kind of, you can kind of push in it as well. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Terracotta, perfect terracotta. I know I have other ones that are kind of terracotta, but it's not terracotta like this terracotta. So, like I said, we don't, there's probably too much, I don't know. Some of that was from previous usage of the brush. Yeah, I like that, because it's not too much, meaning it's not, I love my blush. So it's like, okay. But it's more of a terracotta, a brown, fall color. Okay, yeah. Can I do the nose a little bit? Yeah, I like how that looks. That looks, yeah. It's good investment, good investment. Again, 15% off. Something else I bought. I saw I bought something else that was 30% off. Meaning it was a Sephora collection. I don't feel like getting up to realize what that is. Let's set the rest of the face. We're not doing anything complicated with the eyes, or just mascara. We're not doing eyeliner or anything like that. So I was like, oh, I didn't blend. That's what I was like. Something, the edges. I didn't blend the edges. That's why I was like, it looks a little. Let's do under the eye real quick. Do I have a color for under the eye? And then sweating of the eyes. What did I do with that brush? Oh, okay. Yeah, I still hear the helicopters. So I'm like, they're looking for somebody. Just gonna use the transition color, which I know is kind of. Usually they catch them by now. They're not saying anything. Usually they'll say something like, I don't know. You know how they do announcements. Okay, we're gonna do Danessa. Again, at this kind of event, there's usually always the side hug, so that's why I'm like, gotta get the sides. I'm gonna push this in, and then we'll finish the lips off. I'm always flipping the thing on the other side, so this is the side I did use. This is. And I noticed at the last happy hour, people had long sleeves or whatever because it got chilly as the night went on, so. And we stayed there late, I think almost to them closing, which I don't know what time they closed in the week, because it wasn't Friday, so otherwise they would have been open later, but, you know, usually it ends at a certain time, and we were there at least an hour past that. But it was good conversation. But I think when you work from home, mostly, like, you don't, some of these conversations you don't have. And so me going out, it seems like I go out a lot, but I'm like, sometimes I literally am just going out once a week, which is these happy hours. And then some weekends where I have a lot of stuff, I'm like, if you don't make plans with me, or you were too busy with your own life, other people are busy with their own life, living. I'm like, I'm gonna go out. There's something that interests me. I'm gonna go out. I have that freeness to do that. And I'm like, you know, even if I was in a relationship, I'm like, I would want somebody who's like, I'm okay with staying at home, but I'm also somebody okay with staying home, but also okay with going out. Like, oh, there's a Jagged Edge commercial, Jagged Edge concert. I didn't go to that. I could have went. I thought about it, but I did not go to that. I went to something else on Saturday with it, but I'm like, I don't go to everything. And sometimes it's just because I'm like, I don't need to just sit in the house. If there's stuff going on around the city, people say there's nothing to do in town. There is. Y'all just don't leave your houses. I'm like, I don't want to just be running errands on a weekend. I want to actually live my life, work-life balance. I have a job where I can finally have a work-life balance. I had one where I did not. So I'm like, that's why I take advantage of the things I see going on. I'm like, oh, didn't know this was going on. I'm like, I did. Because I look for stuff. I'm like, most of our algorithms sometimes are interacting, so I'm like, other people see it too. And I'm thinking, is that this weekend? Is that next weekend? Next weekend? There's a baking class. I'm like, they're making a shafroganut. I don't know how to say it, but you know the donuts, the jelly donuts that are Jewish, the jelly donuts. I was hoping they were gonna make goulash, but they're not. So I'm like, the jelly donuts, because I was gonna make those for Christmas. So I'm spending it with my mother. But they're making the jelly donuts. I'm like, the probability of me. I'm like, do I want to just make them to know how to make them? Because I'm not gonna. I already know I'm probably not gonna make those for Christmas. And I finally defrosted one of my other Yala. I don't say it's basically challah, CHALLAH, yellow bread. And so I finally defrosted one of it, but because I had vacuum sealed it, it's very dense. I mean, it still tastes good, but it's very dense, so I'm not really. I got saran wrap, so next time I got a saran wrap and paper towel, freezer bag, and that's how you're supposed to store it in the freezer, versus what I did, which I knew that was going to happen immediately, but, you know, so. Okay, let's do the lipstick, because otherwise I'm rambling and this video is way too long. This is pound cake. I was smelling the pound cake smell. It's called cake batter. The liquid lipstick is called cake batter, and it smells like cake. That's why. And so I was smelling that I was putting on. And this is in rum, which I like. It's definitely fall color. I was going to say, I'm trying to get anything to eat at this restaurant, but they had a limited time ceviche. I've never had ceviche. And so I had it. It was the kind, I guess you can make ceviche with other seafood like shrimp and all this other stuff too. This one was just whitefish. It was good. I'm like, okay, I like ceviche. So I'm like, I've always been the whole cooking with acid, lime, lemon, and all that. I was like, what? So yeah, it was good. It was good. I was like, okay, y'all have turned me into a ceviche person. I'll be at some restaurant, but like, yeah, do some ceviche. Okay, so I hadn't picked up my earrings yet. Obviously, I'm getting them right now. I'm gonna go with these. I still need a thing right there. I have sat in that chair to think, oh, have you sat in that chair since you've gone? I have. Sometimes I sit there. Y'all seen me, but other than that, I sat in it to read, put my book club book. I also need an ottoman too, because that'd be more stuff. I don't need more stuff in my room. Alright, let me change my shirt real quick. Like, those are my press-on nails. I was going to, if I had time, but again, I was busy all day today. I was going to put some on for the fall as well. But that didn't happen. So with that, everybody have a good night.